Hello, today I'm going to walk you guys through how to get to our electronic library through Charles County Public Schools and access some of our fantastic resources you can still use at home for research or information or even just supplemental ideas for your classes. So, the basic place to start for anything from our school is just to go to ccboe.com. That is our school and county homepage. And then if you go over to quick links, we're going to focus today on electronic library. Usually this is a pretty quick load, but as you guys have surely learned in virtual learning, there are times that our website goes a little bit slower than usual. This might look different. You have school access and home access. Most of you are going to be, of course, clicking home access. Now, right now, as I make this video, I am actually at the school, so I don't have to do any extra steps because it recognizes that I am on a school server. If you are prompted during this time for a username and password, your username will be charlescounty@ccboe.com, and the password is welcome. Don't use your own individual account this time. This is the same information anyone, staff, students, even if your parents need to get in, this is the account information that you would use to access any of those electronic library resources at home. So write it down if you need to, or just try to commit it to memory. It's charlescounty@ccboe.com. The password is welcome. If there are any issues with that, or if you are struggling, you can email your school librarian. For my Henson Huskies, that's me, Ms. Marcioni. I'll put my email here too. You can email me, you can email your teacher. I have tested this at my own home. I've tested it even in a couple of grocery store parking lots just to make sure it works on random Wi-Fi or my phone's internet, and it has worked, but I am happy to help if you need it. Okay, back to the electronic library. If you scroll down, okay, that took a second to pop up. But you'll see that 4 of these little circles showed up. You want to click the red one from middle school. And you will see all sorts of fantastic resources we have. I'm going to give you some overviews and show you a few in specific, just so you can get a better sense of our electronic library here. And you can use it for your research and different projects that you will be assigned in this virtual learning time. So looking across here, the first resource you might see, depending on how it's sorted, usually it'll be alphabetical like this, is the American Indian History site. So for those of you in a social studies project or focusing on that era, especially might really find this very useful. We also have Ancient and Medieval History, another great resource for that history element. Britannica of American History has a lot of great information, as well as Britannica eScholar. These are all with the Britannica Encyclopedia resource. And I want to show you the image quest from Britannica a little bit more closely, so I'm going to enter that site. You'll note that an access ID and password has been requested. In this particular case, it is Charles County, and the password is welcome. All right, I'll double check that I spelled that correctly and show you guys. Pretty much every time you need an access ID, it's either going to be Charles County or charlescounty@ccboe.com, and your password will always be welcome. There are very few, if any, exceptions to this, and if you try both combinations and it doesn't work, just email your librarian. So this is like what I consider to be a much better and much more scholastic version of Google Images. So if you want to look somebody up for a presentation, I'm going to go with Marie Curie because that's the first person I could think of for whatever reason. You'll note there are tons of photographs and illustrations all about her. And if you were to click on one, I like this one. It gives you a pop-up with a caption for the photograph, a credit for who took the photograph and when it was published, and you can even go for more information. So it'll give you keywords, It'll tell you what type of media, whether there's color. I know that this doesn't look like there is color, but this isn't technically taken in black and white the way others are. It's due to the time era that it was taken. And you can do all sorts of things. You can cite this image for those of you doing major research projects. That's going to be a big element that you'll need to do. You can add it to images to save it on this website. You can download the image, you can email it, you can print it. It's a great way to get really reliable and real photographs and illustrations for projects. And it's much better than Google Images because Google Images tends to give you sponsored things first, or anything that seems like it has the correct keywords. Everything here is related in some way, even these pictures that might look a little bit different. This is all for fundraisers named after Marie Curie. You can see that it's the cancer care fundraiser. So that is ImageQuest. It's awesome. You should all check it out. Going back over here, I'm going to scroll down and show you a few more. Britannica Online Japan will not be necessary for you guys, but Britannica School is probably the best overall encyclopedia that we have. You can search for things that you may need. There are always going to be some featured questions or items. There's articles, there's biographies, atlases. You can compare countries, tour the USA. There's a lot of really great information here. And it's just about for anything in any content. One of the best things I've seen is they have primary sources. So if you need something as a primary source for a research, this is one place that you can absolutely find that. Okay, I'm going to go back up and go over here. You guys already know about Clever. You can access that through your Office 365. Culturegrams is fantastic if you want to know more about a culture from a particular era or a country. Follett Destiny, I've got to take a second to show you. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't. It'll bring you to the whole county page. You click our school, and you'll be directed to our library page. I update this pretty consistently. I just added a few things like virtual help and student view. And if you guys scroll through, you can find lots of digital ebooks and audiobooks and topics. So if you need to get something to read, even for research, we have lots of nonfiction. There are directions here, there's videos as to how to do that. By all means, please check it out. This is your online library, and it is there for you even at home. Additionally, if we go back here, you guys have Discovery Education, which I will take another second because I love Discovery Education. The way we're going to access it, I'm already logged in. I accessed it through my Clever. So I had done this before. I started my little screencast, so I was automatically there. But you guys know how to log into Clever. Discovery Ed is just, it's so cool. There are all sorts of things you can look up. I was watching a couple of these videos the other day just because I found them very interesting. There's one for Labor Day. We have access to our tech books. There's channels you can search. Oh, I love Discovery Ed, and I would spend way too long talking about it, so I'm going to go back. ProQuest eLibrary is great. Gale in Context Science is a really cool source, but I need to caution you, at this particular moment, it's not up and running for us. So we're hoping in the next couple of weeks it will be, and I will do another little separate video if your teachers would like about Gale in Context for Science, because it's awesome. It's just taking a little bit longer to adjust for this school year. Going down. Got homework help, Library of Congress, an online dictionary, modern world history, ProQuest literature, all of these great. Scholastic Go is fantastic. All right, SIRS Discover is one of my favorite things. When you enter this, you will also be prompted, you have to log in. This time we're using @ccboe.com. Still, the password is welcome. Logging in. It doesn't log in through Clever. I know it seems like it does. It's a false advertisement. And you guys here will see trending topics and lots of cool information. So virtual classrooms is something I know a lot of people are interested in right now. And it gives you some terms, it gives you an essential question, different viewpoints with articles. This could be great for research for whatever you would like to be doing. Honestly, I have known of every different topic subject in school at some point has used SIRS Discover, so it's great. All right, trying to keep this short. I'm sorry. There's also ProQuest Stem. It's probably going to be the last one I majorly show you. This is so great for any of your STEM classes, so science, technology, math. You can enter search terms. So if I wanted to look at genetics, maybe, I could type that in. And the beauty of searches like this, everything you get is a legitimate source. So everything here is from a scholarly journal, a magazine, a trade journal, or someone who's really reliable. You can make sure you limit it to things that are only the whole article. Sometimes it'll just give you a clip. And everything here can be used for research, sorry. You can click it and find out more information. That one looks kind of interesting. And there's just so much here. Colleges still use things like this because they're so reliable. It's much better than when you go to Google to type something in, because Google will give you the things that people pay them to advertise and sponsor them to make sure that they know are getting pulled up when people make searches. So the STEM database is great. For those of you who are working on maybe some sort of science fair or research, this could be a really great place to look too. I will get lost in this because I'm way too interested. So I will wrap up here and just show you a couple more things. There are a lot of other elements here on our overall site, and you can scroll through. It might look a little bit different for you depending on your computer or how Charles County's website wants to work that day. But by all means, click around, explore. Anytime you need a password, it's going to be either charlescounty@ccpoe.com, or you're just going to take that part off. No matter what, the password is welcome. And if you need my help, that is my email. I am happy to help you. Please make sure to explore. We have so much to offer you. We have an incredible amount of resources. There are also books for a lot of these topics in the online library at Follett Destiny as well. So check them out. If you need help, ask your teacher, ask me, and good luck exploring our electronic library.